Hey guys, it's Jimmy from over at Movie Death Blows. Hope everyone's doing well out there. I was hoping to get the review for the Suicide Squad out earlier than I did. I got the chance to see the movie this past Tuesday, but when you have a child who doesn't stop screaming and all that other stuff, it's hard to actually sit down and get peace and quiet and like a room to myself. So we're gonna go over it now, even though it's already on HBO Max and in theaters, so everybody can see it. Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn. Obviously, you know James from his ventures in Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. He also directed Slither. It's a cult classic, it's something we've all seen at some point if you worked in a video store. Super is also a good movie. James Gunn is like a great superhero movie director. Super is incredible. It's with Rainn Wilson, where he's like a weird wrench guy. I forget what his name is in that movie. The Crimson Bolt. I think he carries around a monkey wrench and just hits people with it. And he's a producer on Brightburn, which I absolutely love, which is like a dark take on the Superman ethos. But let's jump into the Suicide Squad. So, I'm going to try to leave out the previous iteration that we've seen in this movie from David Ayer in 2016, just because it was a walking corpse of a disgrace. From the first trailer I saw, I was like, this is going to be the worst movie in the history of the goddamn world. I had no hope for this movie at all, and there were redeeming qualities about it after I saw it, so I wasn't 100% correct in that aspect. I mean, Margot Robbie was great in 2016 Suicide Squad. Will Smith did everything he possibly could to save that movie, and even Jai Courtney decided he was going to, be fun and cool. Hasn't been that since Jack Reacher or the Spartacus days, but again, Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang was an awesome part of that movie. Everything else, you could pretty much throw all of that out the window. We never need to discuss that movie again. I don't ever need to see a David Ayer cut of the Suicide Squad. I don't care for that. When I saw Justice League, and I saw the runtime was 2 hours long for this epic coming together of all these legendary heroes. How are you going to put this in a 2-hour movie? There has to be at least 2 hours left on the floor somewhere. This movie should be at least 2 hours and 45 minutes. And then after I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is missing a lot of stuff. There's definitely more to this. After I saw Suicide Squad in 2016, I said, I don't need to see any more of this. Burn the rest of it, throw it in the fire. I hope to never see it again. But let's talk about 2021, The Suicide Squad, which differs from Suicide Squad. James Gunn is your director, as I mentioned. Idris Elba is taking over Will Smith's part in the movie, but not the same role. He's occupying his leading man, badass, shoot everybody role as Bloodsport. So Will Smith played Floyd Lawton, who goes by Deadshot. Idris Elba here plays Bloodsport. He's like an assassin who's been trained from the time he was young to kill people. It's mentioned by Amanda Waller, the head of Argus, that he's in prison for shooting Superman with a kryptonite bullet and putting him in the ICU. I don't know what putting Superman in the ICU would do, considering you can't penetrate his skin with needles. We've seen this already. But nonetheless, Suicide Squad has incredible performances from, let's count them, Idris Elba as Bloodsport, Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn. John Cena is the MVP of the movie as Peacemaker. You will know what I'm talking about when you see it. He is incredible in every scene. I think I read somewhere that James Gunn pretty much told him not to read anything about the character, just come to the set totally unprepared. He told him, I want you to be like a douchey Captain America. And John Cena hit that on the head, no problems at all. There's a scene in the jungle which is absolutely incredible. And when they're coming off the beach, it's just, like I said, we're not going to do any spoilers here, not going to talk about who lives, who dies, anything like that. Just John Cena is incredible in this movie. Sylvester Stallone as King Shark. What could a mutant talking shark do for this movie? I don't know, but he was incredible nonetheless. He was I think DC and the DCEU has found their Groot of that universe, and King Shark as Stallone. He's the Vin Diesel of that. He's he doesn't have so much to say, but it's just the way he says it and the heart that's behind it. I'm not even going to try to say David's last name. Just, you know him from Ant-Man. He plays the Polka Dot Man. This isn't his first venture with Warner Brothers and DC. He was in, I think his first film role was in The Dark Knight, where he was Thomas Schiff. He was in the scene where they killed Commissioner Gord in The Dark Knight, but he didn't. And then Aaron Eckhart's Harvey Dent was interrogating him. He's in everything. He's in The Flash, as I forget who he plays in the Flash TV show, but he's in that. He's in the MCU as Ant-Man. So I mean, we have some DCU MCU crossovers here. Idris Elba's in the MCU. Stallone is in the MCU because he's in Guardians of the Galaxy. So it's just cool to see these people converge. Taika Waititi is in this movie. He plays Ratcatcher 1, and there's a Ratcatcher 2. Idris Elba asks him, how come you couldn't give me a Ratcatcher 1? Well, we got your Ratcatcher 2. Ratcatcher 1 is dead. Danielle Malachor. She is the heart and soul of this entire movie. Every scene she's in is... I mean, you feel for her. You think, how can these criminals have any redeeming qualities, And it turns out she's just a street kid, and they call it she's a rat because everyone disregards them and they don't find them important. So, I mean, the difference between David Ayer's Suicide Squad and James Gunn's Suicide Squad is the characters, you feel for these characters. They're not just like random murdering psychopath people, but there's also heart involved in the movie. Like I said, Ratcatcher 2, that sounds weird to say that, but she's the heart and soul of this movie. Every scene she's in is emotional, and you connect with these characters more than you ever thought you would. Like even Joel Kinnaman's Rick Flag has something to do. It's James Gunn is an excellent comedy action director, and he gives, like, Rick Flag was so serious in the first one, which is not something you'd come to expect from that kind of character. I mean, he is, but he isn't. There has to be some loosening of his role in that way. Nathan Fillion shows up as TDK, the detachable kid. I think goes by a different name. And the arm fall off boy. So I mean, his arm just go around punching people. Pete Davidson shows up as Blackguard. Michael Rooker, one of my favorite people in the world, is Savant. I mean, these are minor characters. You can read them up on them when you want to. Pom Klemenov, the one who plays Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy, she has a secret cameo, as they call it in the movie. It's not secret. The first time they flash to a scene in the movie, and I'm just like, well, that's clearly Mantis. And everyone's like, oh, there's a secret cameo no one discovered. I was like, you can see her clear as day right now. But this is kind of like, it reminds me of the Expendables, this version of the Suicide Squad. They obviously are expendable, but like it's kind of that story. Like mercenaries go to island, there was a military coup on an island. Mercenaries go there, try to take the island back, or destroy Project Starfish, which we'll not get into because it's just fun. You'll see it. Viola Davis was born to play Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller is like one of the meanest bitches in all of comics history. There's no redeeming qualities about that lady. Will Smith said about her in the first one. That is a mean lady right there. She has no remorse, no feelings at all. She'll kill anybody that gets in the way, and she'll do what she has to do to get everything done. The only character I really didn't care for in the movie was Peter Capaldi's Gaius Greaves, the Thinker. I mean, I think Gaius Greaves was a character. The Thinker is not a made-up character, but Gaius Greaves is a made-up version of him. I mean, we're all used to seeing DeVoe from The Flash and everything like that, and they are in the Long Halloween comics, but I mean, he's not really that much of a thinker. Like, the thing with DeVoe is he's always like 5 steps ahead of you, and if you get within 1 step, he's another step ahead. You don't know, but he can always foresee it coming. You didn't see that with Peter Capaldi's character. He was just really quirky and weird and supposed to be really smart, but I didn't see it. So the action scenes are fantastic. I love Bloodsport's mask. It looks like a xenomorph kind of when he puts it on. Idris Elba was great in this role, like I said. I like the pacing of it. There was not... It's like 2 hours and 12 minutes. There was no slow parts in this entire movie, but they kind of shoot it like... So the first scene is in the prison, and the second scene you're on the mission. Then they flash back, and they flash forward, then they flash back and show you like how each character got to where they are, kind of. Except for Peacemaker, we didn't really see much about his background, but we know we're getting a HBO Max series that they're already doing like 10 episodes for with John Cena for that. There are 2 post-credit scenes, or like mid-credit scenes in the Suicide Squad. You don't have to wait around the whole time. Like, one's right after the movie ends, and the other is like right in the middle of that, so not far out. That one guy from what the hell's that acapella movie? I forgot. Oh, I'll come back to it. He plays Trident or something like that. The German guy from DSM, from Das Sound Machine, and whatever that movie with the Bard and Bell as well. I already forgot what the name of it is. but he's in it randomly. The characters just have stuff to do here, and there's no hula hooping witch or arm wavy things going on with the Enchantress. Jared Leto is not sending people use condoms on the set, playing some weird gangster rap version of the Joker. It's just a well put together, well acted, well directed movie, and everybody needs to see it because it's incredible. Simple as that. James Gunn didn't disappoint. When I heard that he was getting this job, I was going to be like, this movie's going to kick ass. No doubt, 100% in my mind. James Gunn knows what he's doing. He's going to take this, and he's going to run with it. And after the disaster in 2016, the studio learned to stay out of his way. Simple as that. They know they messed up. I mean, everybody kind of messed up in that instance. But I mean, everyone's talking about like the box office numbers, and it's not going to do as well. I mean, nothing's going to do as well as it would have pre-COVID, but I mean, it's going to make money. So I mean, that's all that matters. And you know, people have HBO Max. People have. I saw it in theaters. I'll watch it on HBO Max again. I'm gonna watch it a couple times because I loved it. Like I said, no spoilers. Not gonna get into who lives and who dies. James Gunn said, "Don't get attached to anybody." So, don't get attached to anybody. But I would give out of 5. I would give Suicide Squad a 5. I recommend everybody go see it. Watch it multiple times. You're gonna love it. It's got heart. It's got comedy. It's got action. It's got ridiculousness. Just need to see it ASAP. So coming up this week, I have a screening for Free Guy. That's the big one I'm going to see. The studio's sending me VIP 10-ticket package for me and some friends. So we're going to see that this week. And I think I have a screening for The Protege either the week after that or maybe next week too. I'm not sure of the dates. But I mean, we're slowly getting back to normal when it comes to movies. So we're going to start churning these out as much as possible. More content coming your way. All right, go see The Suicide Squad. Sorry, my hand was over here. Go see The Suicide Squad. Subscribe to the channel. Like. Thanks, guys.